I'm back in the garden and I'm working. I've been clearing through here, so I have a nice path through here. I don't want to put too much in there because I want to be able to get a shot of the ball, and I don't want to move my water feature, which is back there. See the ball? The birds are used to it. They like it. They're just getting used to that one I just cleaned. That one's going to come out. Start up again. I thought I disconnected it. So now I'm looking at this. This is really nothing right now. It's a really cool rack that Gary found out in the trash, and I've got all kinds of ideas. I can put a pot underneath and have beautiful geranium. I've got some climbing geranium that can go there. Then I don't have to mess with it, and then walking onions and stuff around it, but I can move that. Here's my dilemma. Let me back up so you can see. I already got an idea of what I'm going to do in there, and that will be a surprise. But this, I'm not sure. I think this is dinosaur kale, but there's purple in it, so it might be dazzling blue kale, because I did grow that. See what's happening? It's beautiful. I can trim the whole thing down, but it's in a pot, and I see that I can pull it out. Now I'm going to have to pull it out, get it ready to put somewhere else, and give it a good watering, because I could lose it, or it may continue to root and do really good. But if I leave it there, see what it's doing is breaking my tote. And these totes are about 6-7 years old, and they're still going really good. Some of the colors do better than the grays I have found out. So I think I'm going to move it. And then this gives me a clear path to be able to walk. But it's not just that. The big thing is it's going to break. It's going to fall. So I'm thinking right up against the gazebo there. Should look really cool. Move that wire wine rack, because it's not doing me any good right now. Find another home for the wine rack. That's easy. That's an easy move. And get this maybe in a great big pot. I don't plan on even taking it out of this pot. I'm going to just pull the whole thing out. Hopefully the tote won't fall apart so I can get something else in there. I'll layer. I see there's mint in there, and then I have a beautiful lemon verbena that's growing. I bought that for like $1 or $2 years ago. Little plant. Leave that, trim that back, but get this out of here. And then the broccoli back there, I can either move it or trim it way back. I don't care about the broccoli, but I do like this. And the birds will love to be able to climb all over this, just the way it is. Worst comes to worst, I lose it, or I start doing cuttings off of it and start all over. So let's see if I can get that moved over there. This will be a good spot for it. So the first thing I have to do is I had to move that wine rack. Now I'm getting ready to bring that brassica over here. I'm going to put it in a larger pot. Now think of it as you're planting a tree. The only difference is it's not going in the ground, it's going in another pot. So I'm throwing leaves in there. There was already some soil in there. Now here it is really in there tight, because of course the roots left the bottom of this plastic pot. So all I had to do is pull. You don't have to be so careful with brassicas. Remember, they propagate by stems, so it may go through a drooping stage, but the main thing is we should be able to get it moved without a problem. So it was pull as hard as you can, and there it came out. Now, I am not going to remove it out of the pot, because here we're in such a drought area that when you water things, you never know where the water is really going to go, and water is valuable to me and the plant. So I am just going to cut out here the bottom of the pot. So it's going to remain in the pot it grew in, but the bottom of the pot, most of it, not all of it, will be removed so it could spread its roots down into its new pot. So remember, this is just a brassica. It's only going to live maybe 5-6 years, and I'll be able to get tons of cuttings off of this. So there it is. Now the bottom of the pot's been removed, and now it's going in its new, larger flower pot. Just have to position it in the fashion of which I want it to be. In other words, what angle do I want and everything, and what's going to look better, and what's going to be able to be held up better against the gazebo. Now I'm just getting the leaves and the soil in there situated. And remember, fill that up with leaves, because all those leaves are going to turn into wonderful compost for your plant. And that's basically it. Now it looks like it's going to do pretty good. And I have to get more soil in there, and I will have to tie it up when we're done. But the main thing is getting this balanced and getting it ready. So it's out of there now, and it's there. I'm going to tie it up. I left it in the pot. I just took the whole bottom out as much as I could. Now the roots are in there. I used some soil from another pot. I'm going to load it up with leaves and more soil, but the first thing I'm going to do is tie it up. And this should look really good. It's going to have its own pot. It will drain good, but it will always have water, and I won't have to worry about the trees. So let's get that tied up. So I love tying my plants in the garden with yarn. Now, if you get a cotton yarn, then that will break down quick. But if you get something like nylon polyester yarn, all you have to do later is just clip it off and throw it in the trash because it will last for years. On this one, I'm just going to make sure everything is upright. It's just going to be so easy to work with yarn. I love yarn. I've been working with that for so many years. Now, the reason I do have to put a lot of my plants in pots is we have a lot of pine trees, we have pepper trees, and they just take from the plants. They will literally kill a garden, and a lot of people don't even know why their garden's dying. But being in a pot, I have control of the tree roots. I can lift that pot if I want, if I see roots, or I can put something underneath. And also, what's wonderful, I can move it if I'm not happy with the spot. So that's it for today. I've done quite a bit. I now have this all staked up, ready to go. Look at that. This is to support it until it takes hold. It's been planted in there and left in the original pot. You saw how I busted out the bottom a little bit. Hopefully it will make it look really pretty here, and I can do a lot of cuttings off that. Look at all the nice straight stems on that. So there's now nothing in here. I can go back and put a pot there. I'm actually thinking of moving this one that is really worthless there, but it's nice and straight. It might be a nice additive for now here in a pot, and then I can move it later because I'm not sure what else I want to put there. So all in all, little bit every day. Now I'm going to go get other things done that have to be done. Whoops, don't want to leave the bowl out there. This is what I put out for the birds. I just put new food out. Let me set that down there. And then I clean this out. This was blocked up. So now that's working, and clean that up. We'll get that strung up, and the solar panel for this one is for going from here, there, up there. And I'll probably end up zip tying that up there, putting it up a little bit better, get rid of some of these poles so I don't have anything blocking my view. This is just the sow thistle. I'm going to leave this because the birds will love this, and the bees. And then later on, I'll chop that out. So that's it for today. Then we'll come back and do a little bit more on another day. All the birds have been waiting for me to leave. And then I'll figure out where I'm going to put that other metal wine rack later. Surprise, I moved it. So there it is. I did take it out of the pot it was in. And what it's done now is it's in that pot. I dropped it in another pot full of leaves like I always do, and then topped it with just some soil that was in here. And since this bar was here, I staked it, as you can see, to it. And then I kind of blocked this up. See the insects there? I actually leave that for the birds. It's right there, since I don't have to eat everything, and the little birds come and eat that off, the aphids. But there it is. We just need to keep trimming it, but it's looking really good. No leaves get thrown out. And there it is. It's not blocking any views. And when I sit, I can still see the ball where all the birds and everything bathe. And I think this will be a nice addition to this as it goes up and up into this beautiful dog kennel. That's what that is, a dog kennel. And I'm not even crazy about the way it looks. I might change that up too. So now with that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. Wow, you do know this is all food in here, not counting the flowers.